Hello, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, we learned the JWs 3 times for emphasis. So thank you all for the various ways you reached out to me. Your love, your concern, your empathy, your advice for myself and for my family. The situation isn't easy, and it's good to know that you're not alone in going through this. And that's why I put that out there. It was pretty raw, and I was like, this is going to be so embarrassing if you let people see this side of you. But that was always me. You know, Sister Belle always shared stuff about herself and her past and what she had been going through with others. I had no problem doing that if it was going to be of benefit for someone else to know that you are not alone. So I did it as a JW, so here I am doing it on YouTube. For others who are feeling these things, you know, we're not alone. This pain is raw. Our individual circumstances may be different, but the pain of being violated the way we were and manipulated the way we were is real. It is real. And others need to see that they have someone out there who understands. You know, doing that always made me effective as a witness. That's how I was able to bring some people into the religion. You know, I used to tell them things about myself before I was a witness. You know, oh, you like to smoke pot? I can relate to that. You know, oh, you know, you have to give up sex, you know, to become a witness. I can relate to that. You know, in the congregation, you can't have an orgasm? Oh, girl, let me help you. Anyway, because I can't relate to not having one. I got a good husband. Anyway, one thing I didn't get to do in that vent video, which I really wanted to, was acknowledge my baby's side, my husband's side of all this. He's in pain too, and his pain is just as real and deep as mine, and justified. I completely understand. He is hurt. He feels betrayed. He's a bit insecure. I mean, if I got all the strength and power to stand up and to leave something I was so committed to, will I leave him? You know, I understand. I completely understand. Our lives have been turned upside down. It's hard. You know, they're getting ready for the meeting, and my son is off screaming and yelling, saying, "Mommy, Mommy, come with us, come with us." It pains me. It's not easy. You know, it's not easy for me. It's not easy for him. And last week's Watchtower Study article and the week that's coming, you know, are bringing up raw emotions for him too. So that's why the two of us, we were, you know, we were kind of, we usually don't, it's, you know, it's not easy. Let's just leave it at that. And he feels hurt. So that I can tell you how legitimate his pain is. Many of you are going to be like, girl, what is wrong with you? I exited and told him after. I turned in my letter first, and then I told him I turned in my letter. Yeah. I'm not sure yet if I regret that. I don't regret the letter at all, but I guess I should have talked to him first. It's just that the way he had been reacting to me telling him about my not believing it's the true religion anymore, it scared me that I would just be going through the motions as a witness, and I didn't want to do that. You know, he was just pleading with me not to do this, not to stop asking questions. You know, the elder at the shepherding call said, if reading the Bible has you questioning so many things, just read the Psalms. What was that? I mean, what is that? How can I stop reading the Bible because it's producing questions? I want answers. You know, and a reply I've gotten from them and my husband is, well, you know, you can't always have answers to everything. You know, Satan, you know, that's Satan's attitude, that he wants to know why, you know, for everything. But Jesus said, keep on asking, keep on knocking, keep on seeking. And that's, you know, I'm sorry, Christ trumps everything else in the Bible to me, you know. So I got Jesus telling me to keep asking, keep knocking. That's what I was doing, and I wasn't going to stop. And you know. So anyway, I commend so many who were patient and waited a long time before they moved on out. I don't know how you did it, because after learning that it was not the truth, after realizing I was part of a religion that grossly misrepresents God, Christ, and the Bible, sitting at a meeting was torturous. I had never not enjoyed a meeting that way, you know, even on the days where I felt down or out of it, you know, due to depression or something. I sat there and, you know, I never felt, you know, what a waste of time, you know. Even when things were boring, you know, admit, sometimes things are boring, but I never doubted that that's where I should be. And then once you learn that it's all a deception created by a group of men who live in a bubble, you know, and that all these people are sincerely devout and dedicated to something that is a concept that it holds no foundation. It's like feedback in your ears, you know. So yeah, that's hard. So there's that. You know, that's why, you know, the man is hurt and I'm hurt. We're both hurt. And so we just have each other's arms to comfort, you know. And it's a little frustrating. I can no longer talk to him about everything that's on my mind the way it was. I knew it started, you know, when I started realizing the teachings weren't adding up. I was like, oh my goodness, how can I tell him this? How can I share this with him? And maybe if I had shared it with him then, it may have produced a different result for him. Because by the time I did share with him, he could see that he knew where it was heading. I mean, he even said to me, when I first told him my doubts, he said, I just want to put this out there. If you become an apostate, I'm not leaving you. So, you know, bling, the bells are, you know, ringing off. And I was like, I guess if I talked to him right from the beginning, it would have been smoother. You know, we would have, by the time July came around, you know, I mean, it may have been easier for him in my leaving, because even if he had decided to stay, you know, because we could have both gone through everything together, and maybe he had decided, well, you know, I'm just sticking with it because you just have to wait on Jehovah. We've heard that term many, many times, and I felt more like, you know, Jesus going in and overturning the tables. I'm like, I'm ready to just, you know, deal with this injustice. that was the difference in us, you know. I mean, he was. In this situation, I was more Abishai and he was David. I was like, hey, you know, I'm ready to pin him. And any JW who just heard me say this is going to be like, see, you're impatient. You spoke against the anointed of Jehovah by speaking against the watchtower and its governing body and pretend slave. The difference is Saul was anointed of Jehovah. When you look and realize that Matthew 24:45-47 is based on a concept that falls apart upon close examination. They're not anointed or appointed by God. So that to me was the difference. You know, David waited on Jehovah because Jehovah had put Saul in that position. I wasn't going to wait on the organization because I realized God had never put them in that position. Christ had not given them the authority that they have taken upon themselves. So anywho, that's where we're at. So for those of you who have remained Christians after leaving, pray for me. For my atheist friends, wish me the best. And everybody in between, you know, just lots of love. It's not an easy road, and I will be approaching the Matthew 24:45 that parable in another video, so that, you know, the JWs who are still lurking and commenting and messaging me, you know, I can present to you how I was able to see that it is not God's one true organization. So let's stay tuned for that one. And let's just keep on keeping on on this road. Talk to you later.